Hello and welcome students. Today, why do we fall ill? We are going to take up the topic organ and tissue specific manifestation. First, let us understand the meaning of manifestation. Manifestation means the symptoms that shows because of the attack of certain germs or diseases that has entered our body. Now, as we all know, that the germs that enter our body can be through air, food, water, contact, or vectors. The area they are going to attack is based on which source is used to enter our body. For example, if a germ enters through air, then definitely it is going to attack the respiratory system. Here, the respiratory system will include all the organs that are associated with the respiratory system, like the pharynx, the larynx, or even it will reach the lungs. So, first thing that it is going to attack is finally the lungs. And the best example of this is tuberculosis, which is also known by TB. In the second example, if we take that of food and water, they will first enter our body through the mouth and attack the digestive system. Here, the digestive system includes all that related from mouth to stomach. That is the mouth, the food pipe or the esophagus, and finally the stomach. So, the organ that it is going to attack is the stomach. Here, we can take the example of typhoid. So, the manifestations here or the symptoms it will show is based on which part of the body is attacked. If it is the lungs, a person may suffer from cough, cold, fever. Mostly there will be coughing, sometimes there will be sputum, or you can say the cough with blood. If it is the stomach, there will be dysentery, vomiting. So depending upon the organ, that is which organ it is attacking or the tissue where it is attacking, based on that the symptoms will be shown or it will be seen by the doctors. In any of the symptoms, if it is through contact or it is through malarial bite, the mosquitoes which bite and cause malaria, that is going to affect the blood. So that is going to affect the whole body. So based on all the symptoms, a medical practitioner is able to identify the root cause of the germ that has attacked our body. Having a fever is always a symptom. Fever is not a disease. Why do we have fever? Fever is to raise the body temperature. When the body temperature rises, automatically the germs present in the body is being suppressed. That is body's own mechanism to suppress or kill the germs. But in many of the cases, it is not sufficient, so we need to take medical aid. So when we go to the doctor, they give us medicine based on that particular disease or that particular germ. If a person is suffering from tuberculosis and the person goes to the doctor will prescribe medicines where it is going to suppress the germs, the bacteria, the microbe which has entered the lungs. So for that we need a medical aid. Second, if we go to the doctor with typhoid, we'll give a medicine which is going to suppress the germs multiplying in our stomach so that we are relieved from the symptoms as well as the microbes do not enter. All the germs that enter our body is always because of the microbes. These microbes, they can be bacteria, virus, protozoan, fungi, anything. Now, for most of the germs, medicines are available. Let us see what is the difference between the germs that attack in terms of tuberculosis, or we can say that the germs that attack in terms of bacteria or viruses. If bacteria attacks us, for bacteria we are prescribed with antibiotics. What are these antibiotics? Antibiotics are those medicines which inhibit the growth of bacteria. That means does not allow the bacteria to grow. Whatever has entered our body, the bacteria is not able to multiply. When it is not able to multiply, a course of antibiotic may be for 3 or 5 days or 7 days as prescribed. They stop the multiplication or reproduction of bacteria, which leads to the end of its growth. The moment the bacteria is not growing, we start recovering from the disease. So there are medicines available for bacteria or fungi. Now we are going to talk about virus. The present situation of coronavirus, we say there are no medicines for it. And we know there are no medicines. Vaccines are on its way. So viruses, it is very difficult to give medicines for viruses because viruses are said to be at the threshold of a living. They are at the threshold of a living and the non-living world. What does that mean? That means that if a virus is inside the body of a host or inside the body of a living organism, then it becomes living. But if it is outside the body of a host or outside the body of a non-living, then it becomes a non-living. And it can stay in this condition for a long period of time. Some viruses are active outside the body in a state of rest for about 20 years. And when it enters the body of a host, it grows inside the body as long as it is inside the body of the host. But at the same time, since viruses are acellular, that means they do not have a cell of their own and they use all the biochemical mechanism of the host, it is very difficult to give a medicine for viruses. Most of the viruses, they become, or a person recovers from most of the viruses by the body itself, recovery mechanism of the body. But two dreadful diseases which we are aware of, one is the AIDS and the other is the present coronavirus. This usually takes the toll of life of many people. Initially, if a person suffered from AIDS, which is caused by HIV, that is human immunopapillovirus, then this virus kept on multiplying inside the body of the person who has been attacked by it. This virus kills the immune system. That means a person who is suffering from AIDS is not able to fight even a common cold. All the soldiers of the body are dead, and as a result, the person gets attacked by various diseases which leads to death. But recently, medicines to stop this has come into effect. They are either called as antiviral drugs, or they can also be called as retroviral drugs. These antiviral drugs, which are given to an AIDS patient, increases the longevity of the person. That means if a person attacked by AIDS is about to live only for a year, by taking those medicines under proper medical guidance, will allow the person or will help the person to live for 20 or 30 years more. These medicines, the antiviral drugs, they do not allow the viruses to grow. So when the virus is not growing, the immune system, whatever has been attacked, the remaining is intact. So that is sufficient for the person to survive. And as of coronavirus, as of the present situation, we have no medicines for it. And that is the reason we are asked to prevent ourselves, follow the protocol so that they are not attacked. So the basic principle of prevention is either we make our immune system strong, where we can fight the germs, where the soldiers of the body are ready to fight. Second prevention is keep oneself away from the source of infection. Whatever source it is, even if it's a person suffering from chicken pox, let us keep that person away from us. And if we keep ourselves away from the disease, we prevent ourselves. And the third prevention is that of taking medical help. So there are 3 steps of prevention: making our immune system strong by taking proper diet and exercise. Second is keeping ourselves at a distance from the source of infection. And third is taking medical aid or the help of a doctor who will give us proper guidance and medicines. Do like, share, comment and subscribe if you like my videos.